President Donald Trump's highly strategic meeting with Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese showcased a significant reinforcement of the U.S. Australia alliance just ahead of his critical negotiations with Chinese President Xi Jinping. The centerpiece of the talks was the finalization of an $8.5 billion rare earths and critical minerals deal, along with a powerful reaffirmation of the AUKUS nuclear-powered submarine pact, with both moves unequivocally aimed at countering China's growing geopolitical and economic leverage. Countering China's rare earth dominance. The core of the economic component of the summit was the Critical Minerals Framework, an agreement designed to secure supply chains for materials vital to modern technology and national defense. China currently dominates the global supply and processing of rare earth elements, which are indispensable components in everything from electric vehicles, wind turbines and smartphones, to fighter jets, missile guidance systems, and semiconductors. The urgency of this deal was heightened by Beijing's recent expansion of export controls on these critical minerals, which the U.S. viewed as an act of economic coercion. The new U.S. Australia framework is a direct response intended to cultivate a Western supply chain alternative. Key elements of the agreement include massive joint investment. The $8.5 billion pipeline of projects is set to see the U.S. and Australia each invest at least $1 billion in mining, separation, and processing projects within the first 6 months. This investment aims to speed up the development of Australia's rich rare earth reserves. Gallium refinery. The plan includes a commitment to build a gallium refinery in Western Australia, with the Pentagon set to invest. Gallium is a highly strategic mineral used in advanced missile defense and satellite systems. Price stabilization. Crucially, the deal aims to protect the nascent Western rare earth industry from Chinese market manipulation, a tactic historically employed by Beijing to dump supply and drive prices down, crippling foreign competitors. The framework includes provisions for establishing price floors and other price support mechanisms. Streamlined approvals. Both governments committed to accelerating and simplifying the permitting process for new mines and processing facilities, recognizing that bureaucratic delays are a major hurdle to quickly bringing new supply online. By investing heavily in Australia's resources, the Trump administration sends a clear message to Beijing that the U.S. is serious about de-risking its supply chains and is actively building redundancy outside of China's control. AUKUS pact, full steam ahead. A second equally significant outcome of the meeting was President Trump's strong and unambiguous endorsement of the AUKUS Security Pact, a trilateral agreement between Australia, the UK, and the U.S. The deal, which includes the phased delivery of at least 3 U.S. Virginia-class nuclear-powered attack submarines to Australia, had faced uncertainty following its launch by the previous administration and a subsequent review by the new Trump government. Trump dismissed any lingering doubts about the deal, stating the pact was moving along very rapidly, very well, and was now going full steam ahead, building. This commitment is a tremendous diplomatic win for Australia, whose long-term defense and security planning hinges on acquiring a nuclear submarine capability to counter Chinese military expansion in the Indo-Pacific. Australia, for its part, has already committed to enhance burden sharing, including a $2 billion investment to help expand production capacity at U.S. shipyards and preparing its Indian Ocean Naval Base to host and service U.S. submarines from 2027. The renewal of commitment to AUKUS reinforces the U.S. security architecture in the region, signaling to allies that Washington is committed to the region's defense and deterrence strategies. Diplomatic prelude to the Xi meeting. The timing and content of the Australia summit were carefully orchestrated to serve as a powerful prelude to the upcoming meeting with President Xi Jinping. By shoring up a critical military and economic alliance, and overtly diminishing the threat of Chinese rare earth leverage, Trump essentially armed himself with a position of greater strength ahead of the high-stakes trade and geopolitical discussions. The dual focus on an independent mineral supply and a deep security partnership frames the U.S.-China relationship not just as a trade dispute, but as a broad geopolitical contest involving global economic supply chains and regional military balances. The message to Xi is clear. The U.S. is strategically insulating itself from Chinese economic coercion while simultaneously bolstering its most important security partner in the Indo-Pacific.